Something major just happened in America. Something that could redefine how millions of people carry firearms. The United States Supreme Court has stepped into a case called Wohlford v. Lopez, and if the court rules broadly, permit-based carry systems across the country could fall. This is not rumor. This is not speculation. The court intervened early, far earlier than normal, and that alone tells us something big is coming. Today we're breaking down what this case is, why Hawaii is at the center of it, and how the outcome could reshape the Second Amendment for decades. Let's begin. Section 1. A rare move by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court almost never touches a case before the lower courts finish their work. They usually wait for a full trial, appeals, and a final ruling. But in Wohlford v. Lopez, the justices stepped in early, very early. The case wasn't even close to finished. It was still in the preliminary injunction stage, one of the very first steps of a lawsuit. When the Supreme Court bypasses the usual process, it means one thing. They believe a constitutional right is being violated right now, and waiting years would cause serious harm. This move suggests something else too. The court may be preparing to reaffirm or even expand the Bruin standard that protects public carry rights. Section 2. Hawaii's Law. How it started. After the 2022 Bruin decision, states had to rewrite their gun laws. Some tightened restrictions, but Hawaii went further than them all. Hawaii flipped the entire legal presumption of carry. Under their law, every piece of private property open to the public is automatically a gun-free zone. Even permit holders are illegal by default. You may only carry if a property owner gives you explicit permission, either verbally or in writing. This reverses more than 200 years of American legal tradition. Instead of rights being the default, prohibition becomes the default. A federal district court struck the law down, but the Ninth Circuit reversed that ruling and allowed Hawaii's ban to take effect again. That conflict set the stage for emergency Supreme Court review. Section 3. The DOJ takes a side, and it's not Hawaii's. In a surprising twist, the U.S. Department of Justice did not defend Hawaii's law. Instead, the DOJ sided with the gun owners. They told the court that Hawaii's system went too far, that the Second Amendment requires self-defense to remain possible in most public places, and they warned that states cannot simply ban carry everywhere by assuming no one has permission. When the federal government refuses to support a state's restriction, that sends a very strong message. Even the DOJ believes this law crosses constitutional lines. Section 4. A nationwide split. Another reason the Supreme Court stepped in? The country is split. The Third Circuit struck down laws similar to Hawaii's, but the Ninth Circuit upheld Hawaii's restrictions. Two opposite rulings, two completely different interpretations of the same amendment. The Constitution cannot mean one thing in New Jersey and the opposite in California. So now, the Supreme Court must settle the issue and establish a single national standard. Section 5. The real question: right or permission? At the center of this case is a simple, powerful question. Do Americans need permission to exercise a constitutional right? Under Hawaii's model, you are illegal until a property owner says otherwise. Your state-issued permit is not enough. Your right to carry depends on someone else giving you approval. The district court said this system has no historical foundation. The Ninth Circuit ignored that, and now the Supreme Court will decide. A broad ruling could strike down default property bans, end permission-based carry systems, force states like New York, California, New Jersey, and Maryland to rewrite their laws, and strengthen public carry rights nationwide. This could become the most important Second Amendment decision since Bruin. Section 6. What happens next? The Supreme Court has taken the case. Briefing is underway. Oral arguments are coming soon. A ruling could arrive within months. Gun rights groups are preparing. States are bracing for impact. And legal experts believe this decision could reshape the future of self-defense in America. Wohlford v. Lopez is not just about Hawaii. It's about the meaning of the Second Amendment itself. It's about whether the government can keep forcing citizens to ask for permission to exercise a right they already have. Stay informed, stay prepared, and as always, stay free.